welcome to the Mommanevin Knits YouTube channel. My name is Joan, and I am Mommanevin here on YouTube as well as on Instagram. My Mama is spelled M-O-M-M-A because someone had taken M-A-M-A. So that's where we are. Today is April 13th. This is episode 68. And it is 80 degrees where I am here in Southern California. It has been warm, but supposedly I think it's supposed to cool down just a smidge, which is very, very good news. So, all right, let's get going. I have everything just stacked up over here, so I will be moving around grabbing stuff that I didn't put in order like I should. Sorry. Okay, let's get started with my memory blanket. So, my memory blanket, let me show you what it looks like. Now, the next square that I put on it will make it square. It'll be 100 it will be 100 squares on the blanket. So this is my square this week. And when I opened up the capsule to get the yarn out to knit the square, I discovered that this was yarn that Lynn from Chicken Lady Fiber Arts gave me to put in my machine, which I thought was just really cool. So this is going to be, how do I tell you this without telling you? It will come up later. I'll talk to you about that more later in the episode. Okay. So I'm going to go pick my new color for next week. All right, we could not have gone further away from our light colors. This is a very dark brown. And if I remember correctly, I love this brown, which is weird. I know I'm one of the weird people in the world that just love brown. I think that this was, I know the name of it is Coffee Toffee. And I can't remember what the brand, oh man, I hate that. But the color name is Coffee Toffee. And it's so pretty. It goes with so many things. And so I'm excited to knit that into my blanket next week. All right. My Christmas blanket. Let me find my square for this week. Oh, things are falling. So there's my square for this week. And I'm going to, let me put it over here. I'm going to put a picture of the current Christmas blanket, where it is with all the squares in place. This is the last square like this. Next week, it will be a different type square. So that's exciting. Well, you know, it didn't take much for me. What can I say? All right. Temperature blanket. It's right here. And I got to do a different color this last week, which I know was, you know, doesn't mean much to other people, but it's kind of fun when you get to do, when they change a little bit. All right. So here is the combination that I got to do this past week. Now this yellow is for 80s and the purple is for the 40s. And so this was like early February. So that's where we are on that. Again, this is going to be a long-term project. I hope it doesn't take me 7 years. Who knows if I'll last that long. But I'm going to try and work on it more someday. More than one square week. Sorry to get out of frame like that. But anyway, you know, it's coming out much prettier than I even envisioned it to be. So I think once I finally get done with it, it's gonna be really nice. Okay. I didn't work on the Battenberg or the 10 stitch this week. Things happened. Okay, my Mardi Gras sock. Oh, here it is. Oh, here. I got stuff everywhere. So here's my Mardi Gras sock. This is where I was at the beginning of the week, and so I got a little bit done. I got maybe 25 rows done. I'm about 8 rows out, I think, from starting the fleur-de-lis on the toe. So here's this. I'm showing it for a long time so my husband doesn't fuss at me. So again, if anybody wants me to write that out, I will do that. I have not done it as yet. Okay, now, excuse me, hold please. This was some of the stuff that fell. This is my Mardi Gras sock that got finished. So we're getting close on having a full pair of socks there. Whoa! But I finished this sock for Kathy. It's Kathy with a C. And so I was running around a lot yesterday, and I will tell you about that in a little bit. I gotta, pardon me. I got a thread sticking out here. We're just gonna cut that off. So I took this sock with me, and you know, I was like, oh, I'm gonna work on this and work on this and work on this, and then I was like, you know what? I want to get this one sock done. So I took this with me and I worked on it all day. So Kathy's first sock is done. Now, a long time ago, and I didn't do this recently, I did it a long time ago, but I had already started her second sock. Let's see, there's the twisties on that. So her second sock has been started. I will work on that again this week and see how we can go. Her son is getting married to a very beautiful girl named Sydney, and they are having a bridal shower for her on, I think, the 29th. But anyway, I have been invited. I will be going, and so I think I might kind of hit the gas a little bit with these socks and get those done so I can hand them to her at the bridal shower. Or, you know, I don't want to interrupt her during the bridal shower, but so just so I can get them done and give them to her. Okay. The Luke socks got, how much work did it get done? Maybe another color. So I'm doing these one color at a time. But, you know, what happens is that I get started on a sock, and then, you know, something sparkly comes along, and I work on that, and then I want to go back to my sock. You know what? I just realized I did forget to bring something in here. So I'm going to go look for that, and I'll be back. Okay, I've taken everything out of the crinkling, so there won't be any crinkling, but this is my fireplace, my December plastic canvas tissue holder. So this is the fireplace. I did get to do, you know, this one, and it's different, and yay. And then I got, you know, whatever thread I had left over, I started the other piece. So I'll be working on that this week. And then after that, I get to do some of the fun stuff, like the insert in the fireplace and the Christmas tree and, you know, fun stuff. But you got to get the boring stuff done first, because if you leave that for last, it'll never get done, right? Right. And then I also did another Christmas stocking. So I think I'm up to three Christmas stockings, and I have to do 8. So that's that. Now, I did finish something this week. Whoa. I finished my chicken bag. And I told you at the beginning of me making this that I made this for a special. Now, I want to show you this. I was a little worried about my interfacing that I bought. I didn't think it would be sturdy enough, but I doubled it and it seems to be fine. See, it stands up, so that's great. But this bag, unless she writes me and tells me, I do not want that bag, don't send it to me, I hate it, this is going to go to Chicken Lady. Chicken Lady Fiber Arts, because she is just the sweetest person ever, and she's been really kind to me with, you know, starting my show and stuff like that. And so as soon as I saw the chickens, I thought of her. So this is going to go to you, Lynn, and sometime in the next couple of weeks. I do need to get finished with it. I've got a couple of things that, you know, I need to put the string in here for one thing, and then just cut all the loose strings and iron it really good because it's kind of wrinkled right now. But that's for you, Lynn. All right. Nothing new this week. No fabric, no nothing. But I did find out about a place. It's in Pasadena. So it's a little bit of a haul for me to go over there. But I might go over there because there is a place, I'm trying to find the name of it really quickly, called Remainders Creative Reuse. So what that is a place that takes stuff from people, like all that yarn and stuff, I could have given it to them. But it looks so like fun. So I'm going to try and make a trip over there and see what all they have. Because from what I hear, they have fabric really inexpensively. Excuse me, iced tea. So I'm excited about maybe getting to go over there. I'll let you know if I do. Like I said, I didn't have anything come in this week. I am expecting some new needles. ChiaoGoo 2.25. I've just decided I just like the ChiaoGoo so much with that stiff cable, and so I was looking for needles the other day and I just couldn't find any. So I decided, you know what, I'm just going to order a couple more pair and just have them. Right? Right. Okay. Cows and Mals. 25 and 25. And now I get to add Chicken Lady's bag to my, my little grid, my little bingo card or whatever. And so that is to make 25 projects in 2025. And then once you get your card filled, you send it to Lynn. And I think she's going to have a drawing, hopefully. I don't know. Anyway, also we have the Make Orange Great Again. And that is going to start June 14th. And I don't have the ending date. Let me see if I can find that real quick. September 30th. So between June 14th and September 30th, make a project with at least 50% orange. And I talked to my husband about this. I said, would you like to have these as socks? Because he is his skin is very sensitive, and like he will not wear 100% cotton shirt. Not going to happen because he says it's too itchy. Okay. So, but this yarn, even though it's all schlubby and stuff, it is so soft. Oh. So he said, yes, he would like to have a pair of socks out of this, and those will be his Halloween socks. And if you've been around a while, you know that Halloween used to be super big in my house. My son works at a company now that does animatronics, and he got started with that from our Halloween show that him and his dad put together. So we had floating candles, and we had a skeleton that had a arm that moved, and we had, sound. And from what I understand, a lot of people really liked our display. And so every year they go, "Where's the display?" And I'm like, "He doesn't live here anymore." So, because he was the one that he really like took it on as his project to like get the mouth and stuff to move when certain things were said and stuff like that. So it was really nice, and it was fun, and it's gone now. It ended 2019. So 2020 was when he made his little pumpkin guy. Sorry, I'm taking my socks off because I'm hot. He did his little pumpkin guy, and that actually wound up getting him a job. So it's pretty interesting. Oh, the reason why I said about it was funny that I was using Lynn's color that she gave me is because I'm going to send the bag to her. Whoops. Happenings. Sorry, I'm kind of whoo-hoo today. I finished my taxes, and that may not be a big deal to some people. And it's not that I'm going to owe that much. It's just, I just hate doing it so much. So finally this past week, it's like, I have to do it. So I sat down and I got them done, and I was like, okay, now I want chocolate. I did them. I want a reward. Kind of like pirate with things. Steve and Jessica moved this past weekend over to Orange County. So my sweet little Chippy girl is now an Orange County dog. She's so cute. I know I say that every time. What we were there for was to keep track of her while they were moving stuff in and out. So we went to the apartment that they had over by us, and we sat with her, and this is a big thing to her. She was very not upset. It's just, she's like, "What's going on here? Why is all my stuff leaving?" So, I mean, I understand that. She's just a little puppy. So we sat with her and loved on her, and, gave her attention and stuff. And so when they went to their apartment in Orange County, we went with them as well, and they ordered lunch, and we paid for it because, I felt like I should do something more than just sitting there with the dog. Because my husband helped move some stuff. I did one trip, and when I came back up, Chips had been crying, and Jessica wanted her to like reset and, just relax in her crate. And so, but I just wanted to sit there with her because she was crying really loud. So I felt bad for her, poor baby. It's, it's a big change for them. It's actually more, I think it's harder for them than it is for us. When we moved into this house, we had a boxer named Scout. And when he first came, he was like, "Yay, look at this backyard. This is great, blah, blah, blah." And then when we were still there that night, he's like, "When are we going home?" And he was homesick. He did not like that we left his house that he had lived in all of his life. So, it's a big change for them. Pirate was not happy that we left him, and I took this picture on the way out the door. So we had to make up to him when we came back. Oh, also when we were over with the kids in Orange County, we gave them their Easter presents, and sometimes it's a little rough having adult children because they both told me we don't want candy. I was like, both couples told me that. Well, actually, Jessica and Steve told me they didn't want candy. Scott told me he didn't want candy. And Becca said, "You do not speak for me." So she wanted a chocolate bunny. So we did get her a chocolate bunny. But they told us, they were like, you know what would be more helpful to us is if you gave us a grocery gift card. So we did. You know, it's interesting having adult children because you don't give them the same stuff as you used to. But all right, I'm actually done. I do have one more thing. This is going to be my show and tell for this week, and it is Lambchop. Lambchop and I met under some not so great circumstances this week. Pirate had done a little surgery on her, and there was Lambchop blood everywhere, but it was just a little split. So I was able to sew that up and put her blood back in, and as soon as he saw her, he was just like, Lambchop, because he loves his Lambchop. So, anyway, I hope everybody has a great day. I think next week is Easter. I will still be having a show. Now, I do have something coming up, and I put it to my boss like this. I am going to be auditioning retirement. So I'm going to take 2 weeks off, and I have never taken 2 weeks off the 15 years that I have worked there. Now, I don't anticipate that this is going to impact my episodes. If anything, probably have more to show. But if I decide for some reason that we're going to go somewhere and do something or whatever, and I'm not going to do a show, I will put a notice and let you know. All right. Everybody have a great day today, and I'll see you. Hopefully you'll see me next week. Hopefully you decide to visit again. Bye-bye. Just wanted to come back really quickly and tell you thank you so much to all of you who wrote me such nice comments about how I was losing subscribers and how you thought that that I did a good job, and thank you so much. That really meant a lot, and you guys are why I keep doing this. So, bye-bye.